Hello everyone, welcome to English for You. I am Mike.
And I am Chickling. I'm really Chickling this time.
Are you sure? Are you smiling though?
Yee!
Okay, so you're ready to go to Milan, but do you have armor on?
I don't. I should have brought it. Oh, no, I shouldn't have, or else I will break the law,
Don't have armor on, because we might go to the Houses of Parliament in the UK 700 years ago, which of course we're not doing, so I think you'd be okay. But yes, if you do get in your time machine and go back 700 years, we learned yesterday you cannot wear your armor, you cannot dress like a knight going into battle when you're going into the Houses of Parliament in London.
It's considered a threat, right?
It's a threat. You might hurt the king. Of course, that law is kind of crazy, but it is still a law in the UK. So even if you think it's Halloween time and you're going to surprise your MP friend at the Houses of Parliament by showing up dressed as a knight, you could get arrested for that. But that's something that's not too likely to happen. I don't think a lot of people have been arrested by the police in the last 100 years for this law.
Okay.
Right? But if we go to Milan in Italy, there's a law there that would be much easier to break. It's a crazy law. It's a law from a long time ago. But this law says that unless you're at a funeral, a ceremony or something for someone who died, or you're at a hospital where maybe you're visiting someone who's very sick, unless you're in either of those two places, any other time, you gotta smile.
Okay, so I can't cry on the street, can I?
No.
What if my grandma passed away yesterday and I can't help?
You see that hospital? Run over there, cry, and then when you come back out to go to the store or wait for the bus or just walk down the street, I want to see a smile on your face.
So wipe your tears.
That's the law. We never really got the idea of why that's a law. No, that's an interesting one. But yeah, apparently this is an old law going back hundreds of years, and in Italy or in Milan, you have to smile. So as you can see, our examples of weird and unusual, strange, and kind of even crazy laws from around the world, well, we're off to a good start, and we've had a couple of good examples, but we have a few more for you. So let's check out our article.
Reading.
The Weird and the Wonderful. Strange Laws Around the World. Arizona, U.S. It's illegal to have a sleeping donkey in your bathtub after 7 p.m. Back in 1924, someone was letting their donkey sleep in the bathtub when a large flood occurred. The donkey was washed away, but luckily it survived. People reacted by passing this law to stop it from happening again. UK. It's an offense to handle a salmon while looking suspicious. Section 23 of the Salmon Act 1986 says it is illegal to hold a salmon in a suspicious way. This law may seem strange, and it is, but the law was actually meant to stop people from selling fish illegally. It does bring some funny thoughts to mind, though. Samoa. It's a legal requirement to remember your wife's birthday. It's not clear what might happen if you forget your wife's birthday in Samoa, but maybe a little time in jail thinking about how to make it up to her wouldn't be a bad idea. Although this law has been mentioned many times on the internet, it's possible it's not true. So don't take it too seriously.
Okay, so our first weird law for today comes from Arizona, a state in the U.S. That's right, Arizona, USA. Arizona is a state down there in the southwest, near Texas, New Mexico, California. Fine place. I know some people from Arizona. They're all fairly normal people. So let's see what weird law these normal people have in their state in the U.S. Remember, these are old laws that you probably wouldn't get in trouble with today, but they are still there. So let's find out about them. This one's weird, okay? I'm not even going to try to understand why this is a law. We're just going to agree right now, this is weird. For example, as it says, it's illegal to have a sleeping donkey in your bathtub after 7 p.m.?
7 p.m. is quite early.
6:45, totally fine. Donkey in your kitchen, 9 p.m., totally fine. If the donkey is awake in your bathtub, playing video games or reading a book
that's fine.
At night, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, guys. But anyways, if you can find a donkey and you can get it in your bathtub, just check the clock, okay? And make sure you're not getting into trouble. What is a bathtub? It's basically that big thing that you might have in your bathroom. You often also find them in hotel bathrooms. And it's not for showering, it's for cleaning your body, but it's not a shower where you stand up. It's that thing where you kind of lie or sit down in a big, kind of like a big bowl of water, basically, right? You fill it up. It's a tiny little swimming pool just for you, but it's not for swimming, it's for washing, right? So you take a bath in the bathtub. You shower in the shower, you take a bath or bathe, B-A-T-H-E, in the bathtub. Do you have a bathtub at home?
I do, but you know, I actually take a shower in my bathtub.
I don't usually take a bath that often. We don't have a bathtub, and I was fine. I think my wife wanted a bathtub.
Oh, really? You should get one.
The bathroom's kind of a weird shape.
Oh, okay.
So it wouldn't really have fit in anyways. But, I don't really use the bathtub much, even if I had one. As the example sentence says, once the bathtub was full of water, Riley's 2 dogs jumped in excitedly.
Oh, that's so cute.
It is cute. Yeah, dogs like to take a bath sometimes.
They like water.
Maybe donkeys too.
所以 bathtub 就是浴缸或澡盆。其实我们也可以直接说 tub， 所以你可以说 what he needs is to soak in a hot tub to relax.
Oh, that's nice for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I want to get out.
Yeah, right. No. At least 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
5 minutes is
I'll just be bored.
Short. You can read.
I'm going to drop my book in the water. It always happens.
Just be more careful.
I'll just take a shower and go and read in the living room.
Yeah, that's what my mom says. It's just like a waste of time to take a
Plus
bath.
The donkey's in the bathtub.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You can't even fit in there.
Yeah.
所以 bathroom 呢，其实你看bathtub bath 加上 tub bath 加上 room， 所以就是一个厕所意思。那它在美国也可以当厕所，浴室都可以。好，那我们可以看到 illegal 这一个字，它其实就是非法的。所以美国亚利桑那州呢，晚上7点之后你是
不能让驴子睡在浴缸里面。
very weird.
It is really weird.
相反是就是 legal. So it's legal to have your donkey, a sleeping donkey in your bathtub before 7 p.m.
Before 7 p.m.,
Okay.
Totally okay. Totally 可以. After 7 p.m., not okay. Now, actually, there is a reason for this. It might sound like someone just said, you can have, they just made it up. But no, actually, it's based on something that actually happened. And it says, back in 1924, remember 1924?
1924.
When we were kids? No, we weren't born. Back in 1924, someone was letting their donkey sleep in the bathtub when a large flood occurred.
Oh, okay. 所以呢，原来在1924年的时候呢，有一场大洪水发生的时候，刚好有人让他们的驴子在浴缸里睡觉。That's such a big bathtub.
It's a pretty big bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so the donkey, why was the donkey sleeping anyways? So, okay, this thing happened in 1924. Guy's got a donkey. It's sleeping in the bathtub. And then, terrible luck, rain comes and water floods through his home and, destroys things and hurts people. And the donkey was in the middle of it. It says the donkey was washed away, but luckily it survived. People reacted by passing this law to stop it from happening again.
Okay, that makes sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Don't say that.
Okay.
It makes no sense. It happened once. Why after 7 p.m.? Floods can happen during the day.
Oh, that's true.
So it makes no sense. But the good news is, even with this crazy law and this very unusual thing that happened, the donkey did survive. Well done, donkey. What is it to survive? This verb to survive means congratulations, you didn't die. Well done for not dying. That's basically what to survive is. In a situation where you could have died, in a war, in a car crash, you got sick with a terrible illness, and there's a good chance you could have died, but you didn't. Congratulations, you survived. All right, so that's the way we would use it. But of course, there are situations where people do not survive, and that's just another way of saying they died or they were killed. For example, I'm sorry to say that no one survived the helicopter crash.
Oh my God. That's so
Everyone
hard
died.
to hear.
It is very sad when people don't survive, but it is good when people do survive.
Yeah, like donkey.
Even if it's a super clean donkey.
那我们来再看一下 survive 更多的用法。Alright, 老师刚刚讲得非常清楚了 survive 就是幸存或活下来，那么也可以指植物上的存下来，比如说 Can these plants survive in cold conditions? 又或者是呢把它变成名词，变成存活 survival， 那你就可以说 The drought worsened their chances of survival， 就是干旱呢让他们更难生存了。所以呢如果是幸存下来的人其实就是 survivor， 所以你可以说 The donkey was the survivor。And
then we see another new word for today that comes from the sentence before. It's the word to react. This is a verb. And basically when something happens and that causes another thing to happen, that thing that happens is the reaction. All right, that would be the noun form. And just having something happen is to react. All right, so for example, if someone says thank you to you, you might react by saying, oh, you're welcome. If someone throws something at you very quickly and you're surprised and maybe a little shocked, you might react by putting your hands up or closing your eyes or something like that. Sometimes we react when we think about it a little bit. Sometimes it happens very quickly and we don't think about it at all. But you can't really react to something unless something has happened first. So A happens, and when B happens, that is when you react. The B thing is the reaction. For example, how did you react when you heard that you had won the lottery?
Right? Yay, I won the lottery.
You might jump up and down or scream or faint or cry or call everyone or run to the department store. I don't know what you would do, but you get the news. That's what happened afterwards. You reacted in some way.
所以就是反应 react， 那所以名词就是 reaction， 所以你可以指食物不良反应也可以啊。比如说 for some people, nuts can trigger violent allergic reactions.
Yes.
所以 be careful not to give your friends nuts if they're allergic.
Yeah.
对，所以呢，对于某些人来说呢，坚果会引起剧烈的过敏反应，所以这边出现说 wash away 代表 donkey 被冲走了耶，所以驴子被冲走了，但幸运的是它存活了下来，然后人们为了阻止再发生这件事情，他们就通过这个法律了。
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. That's a weird that's the weirdest so far.
Yeah.
I would say. I think that's definitely although the not smiling in Milan is also kind of a weird law. But anyways, let's go back to the country we were in at the beginning of yesterday's article, back to the UK. Why do they have so many weird laws? Well, they've been around a long time, and I think their history is kind of, continued. So they probably have law books from hundreds of years ago, whereas other countries might not have kept that stuff. So let's look at another old and weird law from the UK, from Britain, from that part of the world. It says it's an offense to handle a salmon while looking suspicious. Okay. Why? We don't know. But you might be handling a salmon. That's not a weird thing to do. You're a chef. You have a fish. That fish is a salmon. You are handling the salmon, right? Or you're selling the fish. You're passing it to someone. You are handling a salmon. You're a fisherman. You catch the salmon. You have to hold it, right? To handle something is basically to touch it, to do things with it, all right? You're handling it. In a supermarket, they might say, don't handle the vegetables or something. You can look at them, but don't pick them up and touch them and do stuff. Don't handle the vegetables while looking suspicious. That's the weird part. All right. Anyway, let's look at this word handle. Yeah, basically it's to touch something, to move it around. We also might use handle in a way we talk about dealing with a problem. All right. I got to handle a problem at the bank, so I have to go talk to them this afternoon. I got a big problem. Can you help me handle it? Can you help me take care of it and find a solution, find a way out of my problem? So that other idea of handle is is there too. But here, I'm pretty sure we mean you're touching and feeling a salmon while looking suspicious.
Yeah.
That's big trouble. For example, for the word handle, please don't handle the vase. It's very old and delicate.
You're gonna break it.
Yeah, don't throw it around. Be very gentle with it, or don't even touch it.
Alright, 所以老师说 handle 它是有处理的意思，或触摸啊、扳它什么的。所以例如呢，你为别人问可不可以做得了那个某项工作，你就可以说 Can you handle the job?
I can handle it.
Yeah, if you can, I'll have someone else.
If I can't handle it, I'll start crying.
Don't cry.
You'll know.
Oh, yeah, don't cry on the street. Remember in Milan.
I gotta smile.
Oh,
I can cry while smiling.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
So don't forget to wash your hands before handling food.
Good tip. Absolutely.
所以 handle 也可以当把手，比如说 the handle fell off the drawer. Oh my
All right,
gosh.
so handling salmon, you definitely want to have clean hands. You don't want to handle the salmon too much, but you'll only be in real trouble if you look suspicious while handling the salmon.
Yeah, 所以 suspicious. 我们来看一下这个字。
And yes, we have this long word, suspicious, okay? Be careful how you spell it. It can be a little tricky to get exactly right. What is suspicious? It's when you think that something funny or bad or dangerous or illegal is going on. Things don't seem quite right, and you think there's some trouble coming down, but it's not clear. It's not someone walking in and saying, all right, everyone, I got a gun. Give me your money or I'll shoot you. That's not suspicious. That's just wrong. That's just illegal. But if the person looks like they have a gun, they look like they might come out and give you trouble or break a law. If you see someone walking around the store and they're kind of looking around and they pick something up and they slowly start to put it in their bag, that's pretty suspicious. If you see someone standing near your brand new bicycle and they're kind of looking at it and there's no reason for them to be there, but you get the feeling, I think that guy's gonna steal my bicycle. It's because their behavior is very suspicious. So if I have a salmon in England and I say, here, check out my fresh new salmon, you'd say, great, that's not a problem. But if I'm like, hey, look at this salmon, that would be suspicious. I could be in trouble. So don't be suspicious while holding a salmon in England. I don't know why. For example, the bank guard watched the suspicious man wearing sunglasses very carefully. Yeah, why is he wearing sunglasses inside the bank? That's pretty suspicious.
Hey, suspicious 就是可疑的，所以如果某件事情是可疑，就是 it is suspicious that， 所以你可以说 it's a little or very suspicious that she was at the crime scene when the crime happened.
That's kind of suspicious.
Yeah.
If she was holding a gun and there was a dead person there, that's very suspicious.
Yeah, 所以 offense 就是犯罪或违法的行为，所以 salmon 就是鲑鱼。
All right, so let's find out more about this weird law. The next sentence explains, but doesn't really make it any more clear. It says Section 23 of the Salmon Act 1986 says it is illegal to hold a salmon in a suspicious way.
OK， 所以 salmon 是鲑鱼嘛，所以它的1986年的这个鲑鱼的法令，它法令的第23条说呢，用可疑的方式去持有鲑鱼就是违法的。
All right, so why is this a law? Well, it says this law may seem strange. Yeah, and it is. Yeah, but the law was actually meant to stop people from selling fish illegally. Okay, so if you're a real fish seller, fish merchant, you wouldn't have to act suspicious. Right? If it's my bike and I'm selling it to you, I don't have to act suspicious. It's my bike. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
But if I stole the bike, I mean, quick, take the bike. Quick, give me the money, but don't show anyone. I might act suspicious. Very, very interesting. It says people sold fish illegally because the salmon has been illegally fished at the time. If you catch salmon at the wrong time or in the wrong place, yeah, that could be breaking a law. And if you're acting strange and kind of weird, tricky when you're doing it, I think that shows that you probably shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
所以这个 be meant to 就是用于什么嘛，所以这个法律呢，可能看起来很奇怪，但确实很奇怪。不过法律实际上就是为了阻止人们不要再去非法的卖鱼的意思。
All right, well, that is a weird law, and as the article says, It does bring some funny thoughts to mind, though. Yeah, it does make you think kind of funny thoughts, thinking, this would be strange if, what if I was selling the salmon? It's okay, but I've got a sore neck and I'm just like looking around, I'm just stretching my neck.
Suspicious.
People might say, hey, you're acting so suspicious. So ideas like that, jokes you might make up, they might come to mind or you might bring them to mind. These funny thoughts about this weird law. What is a thought? Basically, it's an idea. In the cartoons, when they have that little bubble of a cloud and someone thinks of something, the thing in the bubble, that is that person's thought, their idea, what they're thinking. Not what they're saying, just what they're thinking in their mind. So what are your thoughts on this plan? That's our example sentence. What do you think of this plan, or what are your thoughts? Thoughts are the things you think. And here we have bring something to mind, or bring to mind something. Basically, if you bring something to mind or bring to mind something, you're remembering it. You're recalling it. It's something that happened, there's a memory, and it's like you bring that memory back to talk about something that happened in the past, or it makes you think of something that happened in the past.
Thought 就是看法或者想法，所以我们有话说考虑一下，其实英文可以说 to give something some thought。比如说 I think your proposal is good, but I still need to give it some thought。我觉得你的提议很好，不过我还是需要考虑一下。那么有时候我们送礼物给别人啊，只心意最重要，礼轻情意重。其实英文就可以说 It's the thought that counts。你有心意其实就够了。所以文章意思就是这件归于这个法律啊，其实会让人家觉得蛮好笑的。
All right, and so for the last strange law, we go to the very tiny little island country of Samoa, or Samoa, as some people would pronounce it. This is a little island, not far from New Zealand, Hawaii, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean is basically where we are. And in the island, or the country of Samoa, it's a legal requirement to remember your wife's birthday. So if you forget your wife's birthday, you are breaking the law.
Okay.
Very interesting. That's the one that makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, 这个 legal 是合法的，所以在萨摩亚这个地方呢，法律要求要记住你妻子的生日。
Now here's the strange thing. It's not clear what might happen if you forget your wife's birthday in Samoa. So we're not sure what the punishment will be.
But maybe a little time in jail thinking about how to make it up to her wouldn't be a bad idea.
If you're going to make it up to somebody, you're basically going to do something to them because they're probably a little upset with you. Maybe you disappointed them, maybe you promised to do something and then you didn't do it, and they feel a little angry and you feel bad. So you want to do something extra nice to kind of make things balanced again. You're making it up to somebody, doing an action as sort of a way of showing that you are sorry. I would say in most countries, this doesn't have to be a law because any good husband will know this would be a bad thing to do. Or, it's bad for a wife to do it or the parents to forget the children's birthday.
That's fine.
No, I don't think that's nice.
Okay,
But it's not a law in most countries. That's the weird thing here.
所以如果你在萨摩亚真的忘记妻子的生日呢，那会发生什么情况我们不清楚。不过如果你去监狱好好的反省一下，看怎么弥补它吧，如果你真的忘记了。
Yeah, so I don't think it's a law. I think it's just polite. All right.
Okay.
But there's actually some questions about this law as we read right at the end of our article. Although this law has been mentioned many times on the internet, it's possible it's not true. So don't take it too seriously. Maybe someone made this up. It's just sort of fake news on the internet. Don't take it too seriously. If you're going to Samoa, don't go, oh, I can't go. I'm terrible at remembering my wife's birthday. I could end up in jail. It's probably not that bad. So don't take it that seriously. Don't think of it as being that important.
所以有可能是假消息，大家不用太认真对待，可以当成是一个笑话看过，哈哈哈哈 you can laugh through it.
But it's still a good idea.
Yeah, just don't forget your wife's birthday.
Write it down or something. Yeah.
所以可能只是一个笑话啊，或者是一个大家造出来的故事，所以大家就认真，不用太认真对待的 take something seriously， 就是不用。
Yeah, don't take it too seriously. And any of these laws. All right, we have our chat question, and that is something we must take very seriously.
For you chat.
So our free chat question for today is, have you broken any laws by accident before, and what were they?
Ooh, actually, I have one that's kind of related to one of our weird laws. When I was a kid, my dad and I were fishing in Scotland.
Okay.
Just a father and his little boy fishing on a, quiet Saturday morning or something.
Cute.
So we're fishing there. I got my little boy fishing rod, and suddenly this guy comes out of the woods dressed, in sort of like woodman clothes, like he wasn't a tourist. He obviously was working there in some way. And he said, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" And we said, we're fishing. Okay. And he said, "You can't fish in this stream. The queen owns this stream and all the fish in it." So we were in a park, and I think in Canada, if you go to a park, you can fish or you can do stuff and no one really cares. But this land was owned by the Queen of England. And so we were actually kind of stealing her fish.
Oh, wow. But were there any signs?
No signs at all. And he seemed quite angry with us. Really, he really did seem quite angry. And then when we explained we're from Canada and we're just up here on holiday and we had no idea. And we'd only been there about 20 minutes and we didn't catch anything because we're terrible fishermen. He let us go and he was actually quite nice.
Okay.
But we went away sorry, we were really a little worried that, if you're stealing from the Queen of England, you might think, that's well, not today, but that was the sort of fear that we had. So there you go. Be very careful what you do with your fish in the UK, where you get them and how you handle them, because there are some weird old laws. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you in the future with more great articles. And until then, be well, take care, watch out for those laws, and come back sometime soon. Bye-bye.
Vocabulary Review. Bathtub. I think we need a new bathtub because this one isn't very comfortable to take a bath in. Survive. Everyone was very happy when they learned that David had survived the war. React. I hope you don't react badly to this news, but we're closing down the company. Handle. Jill told me there's a problem with the TV, but I told her I would handle it. Be careful while picking up this large couch. It's very difficult to handle. Suspicious. That man looks very suspicious. He looks like he's about to take that girl's bicycle. Thought. Have you had any thoughts about where we should go on vacation? If not, I have some ideas.
智慧小补帖
Illegal. Offense. Salmon.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作。活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net